Life is filled with obstacles, and no path to success is free from challenges. The difference between those who rise and those who remain stuck lies not in the obstacles themselves, but in how they are perceived. A positive attitude has the power to transform every obstacle into an opportunity, turning roadblocks into stepping stones and setbacks into setups for a greater comeback. When the mind is conditioned to see possibility instead of impossibility, adversity becomes a teacher instead of a prison guard. Obstacles are not signs that you are unworthy or incapable. They are part of the natural design of growth. A negative attitude interprets them as personal attacks, as reasons to quit, as confirmation that the journey is too difficult. A positive attitude interprets them differently. It views them as temporary challenges that hold hidden lessons. This perspective does not deny the pain or difficulty of hardship, but it recognizes that even pain carries potential. It says, "This obstacle is not here to stop me, it is here to shape me." Failure, for example, is one of the most misunderstood experiences. A weak attitude sees failure as final, as proof that the effort was wasted. But a positive attitude views failure as feedback. Every time something goes wrong, every time a plan collapses, every time success slips through your hands, you are receiving valuable information about what does not work. That information is priceless because it brings you one step closer to what will work. With positivity, failure becomes a classroom, not a graveyard. It teaches persistence, creativity, and humility, and these qualities are the very foundation of lasting success. Rejection is another obstacle that often paralyzes people. A negative attitude interprets rejection as evidence of inadequacy. It causes individuals to shrink, to give up, to believe that their dreams are not valid. But with a positive attitude, rejection is redefined as redirection. Instead of dwelling on the closed door, the positive mind begins to search for the open window. It believes that rejection is not the end of the journey, but a sign pointing toward a better opportunity, perhaps one that was invisible before. Many of the greatest successes in history were born not out of acceptance, but out of being turned away repeatedly, only to discover a greater path by refusing to let rejection dictate destiny. Even uncertainty, which often causes fear, can be transformed by a positive mindset. A negative attitude resents uncertainty, craving guarantees before taking any step. But a positive attitude embraces it, recognizing that uncertainty is the birthplace of possibility. When everything is predictable, growth is limited. But when the path is uncertain, opportunities for creativity, innovation, and breakthrough appear. By holding a positive outlook, the unknown is no longer terrifying. It becomes exciting, a space where miracles can happen. Consider how energy influences outcomes. When you approach a problem with negativity, your mind narrows. It focuses only on the barriers, exaggerating their size, and convinces you that no solution exists. Positivity does the opposite. It broadens perspective. It allows you to see alternatives, to notice options you would otherwise ignore, to remain open to solutions even when the situation feels impossible. A positive attitude does not magically erase the problem, but it unlocks the creativity and courage needed to solve it. Obstacles also test resilience. When the road becomes long and progress slows, negativity whispers that it is time to stop. Positivity, however, encourages persistence. It reminds you that slow progress is still progress, that delays are not denials, and that every step forward counts even if it feels small. The positive mind finds meaning in the journey itself, not just in the destination, and this allows it to keep moving long after others have given up. Moreover, positivity attracts support. When you carry a hopeful attitude, others are more likely to help, to invest, to believe in your vision. Negativity pushes people away because it drains energy. Positivity pulls people in because it inspires and uplifts. This means that the attitude you carry toward obstacles not only shapes how you personally handle them, but also influences the kind of people who join you in overcoming them. Success is rarely a solo achievement. It is built through networks, partnerships, and relationships. A positive attitude builds bridges where negativity builds walls. There is also a deeper truth about obstacles. They reveal who you really are. Anyone can be cheerful when life is easy, but true character is revealed when nothing goes as planned. A negative attitude crumbles under pressure, while a positive one stands firm and grows stronger. This growth does not just prepare you for one obstacle, It prepares you for all future challenges. Each obstacle overcome with positivity becomes a testimony of strength that equips you for bigger opportunities. Even the heaviest losses can hold seeds of growth. When life takes something away, whether it is a job, a relationship, or an opportunity, a negative mindset focuses only on the absence. It mourns what is gone so deeply that it cannot see what could be gained. A positive mindset acknowledges the pain, but keeps its eyes open for the hidden gift. Often, what feels like an ending is actually the beginning of something greater. The job lost creates space for a new career. The relationship ended clears the path for one that is healthier. The opportunity missed leads to something that fits even better. With positivity, even loss can be reframed as transformation. The key is in perspective. An obstacle itself is neutral. It is neither good nor bad. It is the meaning you assign to it that shapes its effect. The weak perspective says, this is the end. The strong perspective says, this is a test. The negative says, I cannot handle this. The positive says, I will find a way. That difference in interpretation changes the trajectory of your entire life. Developing this attitude is not about blind optimism or pretending that pain does not exist. It is about choosing hope over despair, courage over fear, and growth over surrender. It is about training your mind to ask better questions when difficulty arises. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what is this preparing me for? Instead of saying, I can't, ask, how can I? These questions open doors in the mind, and where the mind goes, action follows. Every obstacle carries within it the possibility of transformation, but only the positive mind can unlock it. When you choose to see challenges as opportunities, you build resilience, attract support, discover hidden strengths, and develop creativity. Most importantly, you shift from being a victim of circumstance to being a creator of destiny. You stop waiting for perfect conditions and start shaping imperfect conditions into stepping stones. This is the secret that transforms lives. The world will never be free of obstacles. Success will never be free of difficulty. But attitude determines whether those obstacles are walls that imprison you or doors that lead you forward. And when you choose positivity, you will always find the key. There is a force within every individual that is invisible yet undeniable. It cannot be touched, but it can be felt. It cannot be measured with numbers, yet it can shape destinies. That force is energy. The energy you carry into the world determines not only how people respond to you, but also what opportunities are drawn toward you. When your energy is negative, filled with doubt, fear, and resentment, you push people and possibilities away. But when your energy is positive, filled with optimism, confidence, and hope, you become magnetic. People want to be near you, and doors that seemed closed begin to open. Every interaction is an exchange of energy. Before words are spoken, energy is already communicating. You can sense when someone walks into a room with a heavy presence. The atmosphere feels darker, conversations slow, and people instinctively pull away. You can also sense when someone enters with uplifting energy. The room brightens, smiles appear, and people lean closer. That is the silent power of attitude turned into energy. It is contagious. It either inspires or discourages. It either opens hearts or closes them. Success is rarely achieved alone. Even the most talented individuals need others, mentors, friends, collaborators, supporters, to rise higher. This is where energy becomes essential. People are naturally drawn to those who radiate positivity because positivity feels safe, inspiring, and hopeful. When you carry positive energy, you make others feel capable, motivated, and valued. This creates trust, and trust is the foundation of every opportunity. Negative energy, on the other hand, creates resistance. A person who constantly complains, blames, or doubts pushes away potential allies. Even if they are skilled or intelligent, their energy becomes a burden. People may tolerate them for a while, but they do not willingly open doors for them. No one wants to build alongside someone who drains rather than uplifts. This is why attitude is more than a personal choice. It is a professional strategy. Your energy determines whether people will remember you as someone to call on or someone to avoid. Positive energy also influences how opportunities appear. Life does not hand opportunities wrapped in certainty. Most come disguised as risks, challenges, or new beginnings. A negative mindset dismisses them quickly, focusing on potential failure. But a positive mindset is open, curious, and hopeful. It sees possibilities where others see problems. This openness attracts opportunities because opportunities only reveal themselves to those willing to look for them. Positivity sharpens the eyes to notice what negativity blinds. Confidence is a powerful form of positive energy. It does not mean arrogance. It means carrying yourself with self-belief and assurance. People are naturally drawn to confident individuals because confidence creates security. When you believe in yourself, others find it easier to believe in you too. This attracts opportunities because opportunities are often entrusted to those who seem capable of handling them. Confidence is not about knowing everything but about radiating the energy that you will figure it out, no matter what. Optimism is another aspect of positive energy that attracts success. Optimistic people see potential in the future, and this vision inspires those around them. Leaders who carry optimism rally teams through challenges. Entrepreneurs who hold optimism convince investors to take risks. Friends who are optimistic inspire each other to grow. This is not blind positivity that ignores problems. It is a hopeful perspective that focuses on solutions rather than obstacles. Optimism turns what feels impossible into something worth trying. That spirit is magnetic, and it attracts people who want to be part of something meaningful. Kindness and respect are also forms of positive energy that create opportunities. Simple acts, listening without judgment, offering encouragement, showing appreciation, leave lasting impressions. People may forget your words, but they will never forget how your energy made them feel. When you consistently carry kindness, people are drawn back to you, and those connections often lead to unexpected chances. Many opportunities are born not from formal introductions or strategic moves, but from genuine human connections built on positive energy. Resilience is yet another magnetic quality. When others see you fall and rise again with a positive spirit, they are inspired. They are reminded that failure is not the end, and they admire the strength it takes to continue. This resilience attracts respect, and respect attracts opportunities. People want to work with those who can endure, adapt, and still remain hopeful. A resilient energy communicates reliability, an assurance that you will not give up when things get hard. This trust is priceless, and it opens doors. Energy also influences timing. Sometimes, two people have the same qualifications, but one carries heavy negative energy, while the other radiates positivity. When a decision is being made about who to choose, most will lean toward the one with positive energy, because success is not just about skill, it is about collaboration, atmosphere, and growth. A positive spirit makes work lighter, problems easier to solve, and relationships stronger. This subtle influence often becomes the deciding factor in who gets the opportunity. The environments you step into are also shaped by the energy you bring. If you bring positivity, environments shift in your favor. People feel more open, creative ideas flow more freely, and solutions emerge faster. This makes you stand out as someone who elevates the room instead of weighing it down. Over time, this reputation attracts opportunities because people want to include you in projects, teams, and ventures that matter. They know you will not only contribute skill, but also uplift the collective spirit. Negative energy focuses on scarcity. There is not enough, I cannot do this, the world is against me. Positive energy focuses on abundance. There is always a way, I can learn, something better is coming. This difference shapes not only how you act, but also how the universe seems to respond. Scarcity closes doors because it blinds you to possibilities. Abundance opens them because it trains your mind to seek solutions. People and opportunities gravitate toward abundance because abundance creates growth, and growth is irresistible. It is also important to understand that energy is not hidden. Even if you try to mask your true feelings, your body language, tone, and presence reveal them. Positivity cannot be faked for long. It must be cultivated from within. This requires daily habits of gratitude, perspective, and self-belief. The more you nurture positivity internally, the more naturally it flows outward. Over time, it becomes who you are, not just something you do. And when positivity becomes your nature, success becomes your companion. Energy works like a mirror. What you project is what you attract. If you project negativity, you attract negativity in return. People who doubt, criticize, and drag you down. If you project positivity, you attract people who uplift, support, and inspire. This is why changing your energy changes your life. The people who come into your circle reflect the energy you emit, and those people often carry the opportunities that shape your future. Even in the hardest times, positive energy has power. When life is filled with setbacks, carrying negativity may feel natural, but it only deepens the darkness. Carrying positivity, however, becomes a light not only for yourself, but also for others. This light attracts help, guidance, and unexpected blessings. Opportunities often appear at the moment you refuse to let despair define you. By radiating hope in struggle, you signal to the world that you are ready to rise again, and the world responds by giving you the chance to do so. The truth is that people are not drawn to perfection, they are drawn to energy. They are drawn to those who make them feel stronger, braver, and more alive. They are drawn to those who carry positivity not as an act but as a way of being. Opportunities are not just about talent or timing, they are about alignment. Positive energy aligns you with growth, abundance, and success. It attracts what you are ready to receive because it tells the world you are open, willing, and prepared to make the most of it.